the loss of my father and my wife within 3 days period, I was losing control and not feeling good and hitting the bottom of the road. Felt like I had nowhere to turn.
We were forced to move. We had nowhere to go. I came from an unhealthy childhood, and I don't want her to go through anything near that.
Well, this has been an exciting thing for the congregation. They've always been in love with the idea of Love Inc. and being involved with the other churches in the community to provide needed services, needed ministries. So this has been a good thing for the congregation in that it's excitement and it's ministry and it's really hands-on stuff.
So when the board for Love Inc. was formed and we hired an executive director, Nathan Scott, he went out to the different churches. When he came to our church, we were able to find out just how exciting it was to find that certain ministry or that certain ability for us to work with Love Inc.
Well, at first we thought, should it be linens? Should it be dishes? You know, what kinds of things would people need? And someone did call the Love Inc. office and asked what the greatest need would be, and they said linens.
Luckily, I'm on the property committee, and we just took some time and walked around the church and decided that that little room in the back that we hadn't been using as Sunday school and was being used for storage was a very good room.
And it wasn't really until we got the shelves in the linen closet that suddenly we had a real closet. And also when we gave ourselves an identity and decided on our names, that was an incredibly torturous job to come up with our name. And somebody suggested the linen closet, which we agreed on, but informally we're known as the Linen Sisters. And that's, of course, the reference to the Lennon sisters.
When Love Inc. calls us, they've usually had a request for beds from a family. So they call us to provide the bedding. And so we give the family a call and find out how many beds, what size, are there children involved, are this bedding for women, for men, and then we also ask them questions about if they need towels. So we've got a sheet that we use to keep track of what people need. We gather all of that up and then take it into the homes.
So we had refreshments, of course. We had large tables for receiving the linens, which were amazingly just mounded up by the end of the day. We had a table where people could create potpourri bundles to be put with the linens that are delivered. We had 2 other tables where people were hand-making cards that would go with the linens.
And we have found that one of the most exciting things is that we not only can help these people who need such items as the linens and the kitchen towels and things like that, but we can invite the rest of the congregation, men and women, to go out and share what they can do, bringing those linens to those people. And it's been a really great blessing to see that.
Where we go from here, I think one of the things that we hope to do is serve as a role model or a prototype for other organizations who can see that this is really something that's very doable. Once you have a person, a group of people in a congregation who have an idea, move on it.
It helps energize people about ministry and mission right here in DeKalb. They've always been excited about the concept, the idea of Love Inc. and working with other churches to provide these needed services as a ministry in the community. But for it to become real in this way through the linen ministry, where people can do little things that mean a lot to somebody who receives this ministry, the benefits of it out in the community, it's great. It's hands-on ministry in a very real and satisfying way, and people are excited about it.
And when I called Love Inc., I talked to David a lot, and he encouraged me, brought me closer to the Lord than I'd ever been in my whole life. Made me feel like life was worth living again.
This is our family. We have a large spiritual family, though. Carolyn, I have talked to personally several times, and David, I met George, all of them from Loving. Pastor Eric and Martha and Ellen, they are my spiritual family. And without them, we would not be here, and we would not be doing as well as we are.